dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight.
I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday you'll touch the sky. You're an angel, look up, baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just I rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight.
I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday you'll touch the sky. You're an angel, look up, baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just I rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight.
I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday you'll touch the sky. You're an angel, look up, baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we...
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, you waiting on me?
I'm waiting on you.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
This program is being brought to you as part of the WUJM Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAP.
See that?
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what school, because smart is.
The new gangster.
Baby.
I just went in.
And that's
Stop.
right, though. And if you don't know,
Now you know.
Q, I think you do need to turn me up a little bit, though. Y'all sound real good, and I don't sound as good as y'all. See, what happened there? What happened?
Move your mic.
That's it.
Move, no, pull it up. Do something.
Right there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
How does that? Do it again.
Bam.
I got you as high as it can go.
Okay, well, that's as high as it can go. Then that's as high as it's going to be.
But
And that's how we gonna go.
No, but something yours is not moving. Hold on.
Yours is not
Wait.
moving.
I need you to be quiet for a second.
Well, I'm just
One, two.
Y'all
Is it mic 3? What, mic 4, mic 3, mic 4?
should have did this before the goddamn show started.
How can we do it before?
There you go. I fixed it.
Okay, there we go. He fixed it. I'm in.
Yeah, you are.
Come on, man. I can't keep doing this all the time on the air.
Why not?
You do everything else on there. Like,
And if you don't know, you're in tune for an amazing program. We got Trump did what? Ask Kiana what the people say.
What they said?
how was your weekend?
And an amazing weekend recap and review. I had a good weekend. How about you?
I don't remember this weekend.
We did. So we had the meet and greet, the 10-year anniversary.
Oh, we did right here at 99 Jams. Care Festa Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, it really. So Saturday was jam packed.
Yeah.
It was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
We had our yard sale. Thank y'all for everybody who came by.
Big shout out to the yard sale.
Oh, and we had somebody come because we was making like peanuts. My cousin make peanuts,
Okay.
and they bought the whole pot.
He bought to just give me the pot.
Yeah, give me the pot.
Not a bag. Give me the pot.
Give me the
I
pot.
take the pot.
They got the pot.
Okay.
Renee had a successful Saturday market shop.
Second annual Soul
Oh,
Fest.
yes.
Yeah, and it was amazing just, seeing like everybody assembled and,
Mhm.
together and the location under the
St. Pete is such a.
imagining what's possible in some of these spaces.
I want to tell you, like on Saturdays, I've been like, I always kind of cruise the city, right? And I'm kind of a little bit everywhere. Last Saturday they was boycotting. Was it last Saturday?
Oh, this
I'm not talking about this boycott.
Okay.
Last
We'll talk
Saturday,
about that too.
they was boycotting Tesla.
Okay.
They was all in front of Tesla.
Okay. That was 30, and it's Tesla's 34th Street, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so they
was
was
they
out
there?
there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
signs and all.
Yeah. Well, what did the crowd look like?
One us.
So and I'm gonna say this, and this is just chill, man. It's the glass
You
of
a
the
little
mic.
jealous?
I am jealous.
So in my humble opinion, right?
I'm listening.
They have found Elon and his company as targets.
Okay.
Because
Say it again.
boom boom.
No.
This company is talking.
Yes, they found
Maybe
them. They
it's
found them
that
as
mic.
they found them as targets. It's a nice machine that's how can I say, like pushing this stuff because
A machine that's like organized.
yes, because like a lot of people seen the Elon and the Tesla protest, but the huge protest in Tampa yesterday didn't even make the Tampa Bay Times. Didn't even make the news coverage. Them people had hundreds of people out there.
They did.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like it's not newsworthy, so they deciding what's
And they had,
newsworthy.
intersections and St.
That's what I'm telling you. They acting like what happened at the Tesla factories all the newsworthy. Okay, that's newsworthy. It's newsworthy.
Okay.
But then now you go to the next weekend, and now you got 10 times as many people out there doing it, and that's not newsworthy.
I didn't say, so I will tell you this. I don't know how many people was out yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was a nice group. But what happened? It was
Yesterday was big
So let me tell you, it was a lot of group. But what
in
happened?
a lot of places.
What, like other than
Yes, they had multiple locations
What, just here in Florida or just
all over America.
Okay.
Let me give it to you real quick.
Go ahead.
Some protesters across the U.S. mobilized for justice and equity from Tampa to Tacoma.
You're gonna have to make sure you
From
talking.
Tampa to Tacoma. Tacoma, Washington.
Okay, that's a long way.
Yeah. So activists in more than 40 cities.
They can't hear you.
Okay.
See, that's what. Move your computer over a little bit.
Okay.
Move your.
Ooh, this like I'm like
Yeah,
like my lips touching it. You still
it
can't hear me?
is. That's where you at today.
All right then. Well, I'll just use my outside voice.
There you go.
Oh, you heard me when I did that?
Yeah.
All right. So, activists in more than 40 cities were organizing marches, rallies, and teach-ins this weekend. Key issues such as affordable housing, healthcare, public education, police accountability, and voting rights. In the Tampa Bay area, several grassroots groups hosted community forums, street canvassing, and solidarity actions. Organizers say the day is about building unity across movements and calling attention to neglected policy issues. The day of action continues The day of action comes amid widespread public dissatisfaction with both major parties on issues impacting the working class community. So, did y'all participate? Let us know. Put it in the chat. Were you participating in any of the weekend's day of action, and what was the most important issue to you right now?
I did not participate.
Okay.
I will say that. I'm with the people in spirit who did.
Okay.
Like, cause I'm with it. It's just I am, but I just
Yeah.
I participated.
Okay.
I participated in the 10-year anniversary of Care Festa Radio, and that was important to me because Black community radio in the community is the most important thing to me right now. So if you are watching, listening, we are in our 10-year anniversary. We're in our fundraising stage. Support community radio by giving to Care Festa Radio, 99 Jams, The Bird.
The bird.
Yes, I mean we're still in our fundraising drive, and we still need to raise the money.
Well, we always accepting money.
That's what I'm talking about, and it's tax deductible. If you're looking for, the tax season is coming right up. The tax man want his
It's tax. Well, it's
by April 15th.
Yeah, it's here.
Yes, break bread like the man said, and save a few dollars.
Well, you can't save it this year.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, I hear you.
Nice try. But, yeah,
Hey.
but not this year. Not.
But
if
what
it-
you
if
can do-
have saved, like if you have donated to the station within last year,
Well, get ready, get your back up off the wall, and
But I like you. You definitely did. But did you participate in any of it?
Day of action?
Yes.
in the community day of action.
I didn't participate in the protests and all of that stuff because I'm like,
Let me hear you.
I don't know if y'all know it, but
Mm.
I'm tired of being mad all the time.
Me too.
You're right. It was that mic. I think this one sound a little bit better.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, I think what they're doing is controlling us through anger. I think
I'm tired of being mad.
that feeling of always being mad is not you're not alone, but also it is produced by the media. Is produced. This is what they want. They want us to be in anger.
Yeah, just outraged.
They want the left angry.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
Why aren't you outraged?
The language. You get what I'm saying? And then when you ain't outraged, now you a problem. Now
So we were in because at the same time two things was going on, right?
Yep.
And my thoughts on it is that as our people have been so mad about stuff so long and been fighting these fights for so long, we out here partying right now. Like we where the fans at? Pop,
Boots on the
pop.
ground.
Yeah,
Another way. Yeah, we
Right.
doing boots on the ground different.
and it because what the new administration is doing is not only affecting us, it's affecting them as well. So they're feeling the pressure that we have felt for so long,
Yeah.
just a little bit of it. So now they ready to
Yeah, they
so
take it to the streets.
yeah, I ain't mad at you. We'll hop on.
Yubi says you have to use your intellect over your emotions. I unite with that.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
yes.
Yeah. Use your intellect over your emotions.
And stop being
I think it's that chord.
and stop being controlled by your emotions.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, we'll fix it on the break. But stop being controlled by stop making decisions based upon your emotions. Like when you're emotional, that's not usually the best time to make a decision, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No,
You
because
rise above the emotions.
you really have to woosah when it's because when you making a decision about your with your emotions, and we talked about this, your feelings are real, but they're not facts. Because today something make you mad. A matter of fact, 5 minutes something make you mad, and you don't want to be touched, you don't want to talk to nobody, and then a little bit later you're good, you done simmer down, you realize it ain't that serious, and you'll see a lot of people who get in trouble and make life changing decisions made it when they were emotional.
Yeah, that's true. You was mad for that moment, but then when you think about it, you think about all the ways you could have avoided doing what you did.
And you'll hear that a lot of people that's incarcerated, they decisions was an emotional decision at a split second, and it changed their
It
lives.
was a reaction, not a response.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's why I think we got to be, when we talk about community building and organizing, it's like this reactionary stuff. A lot of people who I talk to, it's just like, man, what we really gonna do, like long term? What's our plan? What's the
Right.
play? Like they got a project 2025. What's our project 2025? And our project 2025 can't be responding and reacting to all of their things that they're doing
yeah,
in their project.
right.
You gotta stand against it. You gotta fight against it. You
But
gotta fight it.
I want-
gotta push back.
I want to say I think the movement has been based on resistance, right? And so when you frame it as resistance, it's always going to be something against something.
Yeah, because some gotta make a move.
Yes, yes,
In order to make a
yes,
move.
yes. But what
You
we
can't resist. You can't offensively resist.
Yes.
Resistance is a defense.
it's a defensive position.
Okay.
Well, traditionally, because there is some offensive resistance,
Okay,
you
yeah,
know.
you're
But
right.
in the sense of it, the reason we're in that position is because they took this out of the playbook of civil rights.
Okay.
Civil rights was a resistance to anti this, anti that, anti that. But the problem is we got to make some forward steps. We got to be revolutionary, right? We got to do some revolutionary things and not just continue to resist,
Yes.
right? Because there's a thin line between resistance and revolution. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes you think you're doing a revolutionary act by resisting, but really you're really just continuing the same old cycle that we've been stuck in for decades.
Oh man, yeah, and it's just exhausting.
It's a cycle.
It's really
It's a big cycle.
to see. How can I say it? So, 2016 was when I became a professional organizer. I put professional in air quotes. That means I got a job, community organizer. Right. I was organized a long time before.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
actually got a job doing it in 2016, and it's been the same energy for the last 9-10 years. Resist, push
But
back.
yes.
Outrage, be angry. Get mad.
Right. And then when you not mad, they look at you a certain way.
Yeah. Why aren't you angry? And they mad on your behalf.
And that's fine. Be mad on my behalf, right? You can't, because no, to be mad on my behalf.
Yeah, go
Please,
ahead.
yeah, because sometimes, yeah. Because you know what? Look, think about it like this. There's some stuff that people can do to me, and I don't even care.
Yeah.
It's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
But you do something to my baby, I'm mad on her behalf.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm mad.
Yeah, you mad on her
Oh,
behalf.
I'm mad on her behalf. Do something to my people. I get mad. Y'all know how mad I get by people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My God, man.
Yes.
And so that's the space I'm in. It's really just like, how can we build, grow, develop, expand? You know what I mean? And really, how can I say it? I mean, it's just they're exposing like all the things that we already knew. I guess
Right.
That's probably why it's not so much outrage. It's because like once you know what you're dealing with, and you've known what you're dealing with, and you see them dealing the way that you expect them to deal, because you knew that's how they was coming. Then how you gonna be mad when they do what you know they want to do when they said they're gonna do?
But that's emotional maturity, right?
Okay.
So I'll tell you, you can't be mad at people for being who they are. Once you know who they are, expect them to show up like that every time.
And
Don't.
did.
Right. And then
And then
right. So like it shouldn't be a shocker that he's doing what he said he was going to do.
I guess if you used
But-
to having presidents get in there and not do what they said they're gonna do, and then one get in there and actually do what he said he's gonna do, you ain't used to that.
What if you want me to tell you? I don't even think. I think what happened is in this presidency is that like we got a straight bully.
Yeah.
Like he's not following the protocol to get stuff done. He's just doing it. Other presidents respected the everything that was in play. Everything. So then there's some things that they couldn't get done because it wasn't the will of the cabinets and everybody else, and so they didn't bully their way through it. They believed in democracy.
Okay.
So, we look at that and now we have somebody that don't care about democracy and how the rest of the people, like if him and his friends talked about it at golf in Florida, because this is where he spent, down there, and he's spending all our tax dollars down there, but they saving money.
Yeah.
Right. But he keep on flying down there to, play golf. When him and his friends get together and they come up with a great idea, he goes straight to the White House and do an executive order.
Wow.
Yes, they say, speaking of executive orders.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that sounds like a good setup for politics with Mr. Edmund. Are we there?
We
there.
We got 8 minutes.
Yeah, well, we can do this. Speaking on executive orders, this president has written more executive orders than almost any mainstream or modern day president ever in his first 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
I think he tied with Obama last week, and so he been writing these things back to back, and he will be number one in next week. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, for me with Trump and Elon Musk, it's all about being written in history where they're never gonna this is like
Yeah, listen, and the most important thing about this is the tariffs. So y'all don't know, last week they called it Liberation Day.
Okay. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And on Liberation Day is when all the tariffs went in effect. Market crash as soon as the tariffs hit. And what they're telling people now is that the markets are gonna crash, and that this is the pain that we got to take to get to where we want to go.
Yeah, that's what he said. I did hear that. That he said it's going to be an adjustment period, and it's going to be a little rough. Like they've been explicit in that. Like they ain't even blinking to say, yeah, it's going to get tough. It's going to be hard. They're calling that the adjustment period, and then after the adjustment period, in their plan.
So I want to say, so just like anything else, so let's say the raise deal, I hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like I hope that your grand plan is gonna be what's best for the American people.
Right.
Like if your idea, because I get what I'm just. But I'm just saying, I hear the, you know what I mean? I want jobs to come back to America, right? I get it. I do too, because I hate calling customer service and they don't understand nothing I'm saying.
Okay.
I hate it.
Is that what tariffs bring?
So tariffs is the reason that the president is putting, jobs is one of the reasons he's putting the tariffs in place. But I'm going to introduce a thought pattern that this is making the perfect scenario for artificial intelligence to take and grip us out for our jobs. Because first you put the tariffs, now people don't want to pay the tariffs to do business out of town, and then now they have a artificial intelligence program that can do half, if not all, the work for you. Boom, bam, bam.
But I don't like that either. I like to talk to real people who can understand me without no.
So I did too, right? And then I noticed that I had been talking to artificial intelligence more than I would have liked to. And I'm asking, hey, who sent you? Listen, I asked it. What?
You asked the AI.
Yeah.
Who sent you?
And what they said?
The person who sent them.
They tell you who sent you.
Yeah. Listen, this is we're in a spot right now that
and when you would have asked that, I would have said, can you send me him, please? Please, yeah, can you get him? Because who is your supervisor who sent you? Because that's who I want to talk to.
Oh well, all I'm
That
saying
was
is
it.
that the
heard
tariffs are going to make this reality of artificial intelligence real. It's not a coincidence.
Stop for 1 second.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Go to the other one.
Okay, I keep going.
It's not a coincidence that the tariffs are happening right now, and also the AI institution is growing every day.
And that's
Your mic, honey.
Go ahead. But I got a thought on this.
Tell me your thought.
The thought is, like with all of these jobs and people that's being laid off, they're gonna be replaced with robots.
Yes, artificial intelligence is gonna replace all the layoffs.
This is one of them days.
It's gonna replace all the
No,
tariffs.
I'm looking at it. You
look better?
Yeah, it looks a lot better now.
Okay, thank you.
So what I think we're running into is the perfect Pandora's box, or the perfect scenario.
You know what I'm waiting on?
For profits for the companies.
I done watched enough movies,
Okay.
and you see the destruction at the end. Like, it sounds really good until it ain't no more. Like, you can only use them for so much because they're programmed, and eventually,
Ooh, AI.
yes.
They said then eventually they get smart and start
All right, they're
focusing
gonna.
on their own survival.
So
And I was on that call too, man. Thank you for that.
oh, the AI call.
Yeah.
Listen, this is what I do for a living.
Yeah.
So if y'all don't know,
it was mine.
I embrace.
Look, that was,
Listen, man, I do this.
that was, yeah.
I'm embracing technology.
Wow.
We here at the Community Development and Training Center, we are half human and half robot, because half the stuff we do is technology based.
Yeah.
And the other half is community based, it's people based.
That's right.
So we do use technology, as you can see right now. You watching us, you listening to us over the airwaves.
Yep.
Big shouts out to the New Image Project. We're helping redefine what's cool, but we want to remind you to embrace the technology, learn ways to incorporate it into your life, because the thing is, we don't want to be left behind.
Yeah.
We don't want
Which
this.
always happens.
We don't want this AI wave to swim in, and we are already some of the first early adopters of AI. So,
Right.
in a large part, Black people are a real strong backbone to what this AI stuff is creating. But the reality is, if we don't move fast, they're gonna take our jobs.
Oh yeah, for real.
They ain't gonna need you to flip no burgers. Listen. The only thing they're gonna need is the HVAC man and the plumber.
So I went to Buttermilk, whatever.
I was just gonna say that. Wow. Literally, I stopped so that you can go. That's literally what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
What you was about to say about
Well,
Buttermilk?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I went to Buttermilk. I don't like it.
Well, Buttermilk, they ain't have no people in
They
there.
do. So they have, like, the robot come. They bring you your food.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm boycotting all establishments that don't have a human. If you trying to serve me food, if you're trying to, and we have to stand on this.
It is a human. So the robot, it comes, but then the human has to hand out the food, right? Like, hand out the food.
Oh, the robot take your order. I ain't giving my order to no robot.
But this is what my problem is too, right? The human still wants a tip.
So the human want to tip and they did a thing.
Hey,
They just escorted the machine. over
hey,
there.
hey, watch when it get crazy when the machine gonna want to tip.
Oh yeah.
When the machine gonna give you attitude because you ain't
When
tipping.
the machine
Where you going to spend it at?
It's for the bottom line of the company. You know, when you tip half of these companies, they don't give it to the person you tipping.
Not seeing these
So it depends. So let me tell you. So it all depends on.
Oh, you don't work in this industry. You know.
I was the area
I forgot.
manager.
Y'all know who I'm talking to. You know they don't get them tips.
Sometimes it depends on, like, the chain of the company. So,
Okay,
like,
whatever
at
the
Denny's,
policy is, yeah.
Denny's, the server will get all the tip,
Okay.
right? Because they're doing
They
all-
old school because they old school.
No, because they're doing all the work.
Okay.
So you get the bigger chains that have, like, alcohol. They have runners that go out there and drop off their food.
Right.
Because it's all of the service, they have to split their tip with them, you know,
Okay.
and that's why a lot of people like their money in cash when they tip, because again,
Ain't no split on that.
you tell them what you want to tell them. Sorry,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
report
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you reporting what the tip's worth.
Right, and
For the
even when
split, yeah.
even when you go, like I know at Denny's back in the days, what we did is at the end of the day, you tally up what your tips was, and you put it in there, and this is how they were able to tax you.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And I think they was talking about no tax on tips or something. Did y'all see that one? It was a one of them executive orders was around tips.
Okay.
Supposed to be benefiting the people. The other thing I saw too, just real quick with this liberation.
Oh, we gotta
Day,
take a break.
with the Liberation Day, real quick, just pay attention to your retirement, because when that market crashed, like people got 401ks and all of that kind of stuff inside of those. So that's what really got real for me when I looked at it and I said, okay, the market crashed. This ain't just like rich people, like this people who like got investments into this system.
And what's sad about it,
looking
have
ready
you
to
ever
go
tried to
home.
take something from your 401k?
Mm-mm.
So you take something from, they penalize you if you take it early. You gotta pay it back. It's like so many, and now like you got money in there, and then if you try to take it out, you gotta give them a whole reason why. It ain't like you.
So we're gonna come back and talk. It's
Yeah,
8
we're gonna talk
o'clock,
about it. Yeah,
and
it's
we're gonna
8.
go
We'll
for
be
a
back.
break, and we'll be back.
I knew somebody.
BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together. Under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day. Fight for peace, not destroying our
My
trees.
brother, my sister, I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday we'll touch the sky. You're an angel, little baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets. Cause that's how we eat. Just I rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all
We are back.
We are. And just like that,
Hold on.
it's really real.
That's me.
Really real. Welcome back.
It's real.
Your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And yeah, we want to thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine what's cool.
Thank you.
We might have to get it. Like, it's
Yeah,
moving, but it's not.
Man, don't you worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Okay. Okay. God dang, don't you do that. I'm just joking. You turn full attention to me too. Now you don't.
Don't you do that.
And I'm just joking.
No, because no.
Let's see. Yup. See.
Yeah.
See. Don't tell me my
Yeah.
stuff ain't working.
Yeah, that's what it is, boy.
Don't touch that again. Don't you?
Just telling you now.
This is community radio, 99 Jams, Carrot Festival Radio. Don't you dare.
But you don't gotta talk so loud.
You don't have to talk so loud.
So this is 99 Jams Community Radio, Carrot Festival Radio. I want to thank you for joining us. This is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Tampa Bay New Morning Show. And 99 Jams, Carrot Festival Radio. We want to talk about some community events coming up. We're gonna take this time. I got all the paperwork here. So if you want to know about community events, get with Brother John.
What happened to that?
I care St. Pete Health and Wellness is happening April 19th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Dominion Worship. Y'all listen, Dominion Worship is in Childs Park. They're doing a lot of helpless stuff in St. Pete. They got Easter egg hunts. They got singer bingo. They got food, free haircuts, music,
And more.
y'all just get involved.
Get in.
Aaron. Yep.
Man, I'm tired of this mess already.
Now that's how I go, man. Oh, okay. Push that button. Okay, see, I can hear me now, and we can't hear you now.
Listen.
Go.
Are you serious? So with 99 Jams Carrot Festival Radio, what we do is support the community. We get the community opportunities to get involved. Right there you go. Turn it down. We all here together. We all here together. We can hear you. That's what Kiana is.
Somebody that can actually keep doing the show and engineer. We can engineer and do it at the same time. So yeah, we are with Carrot Festival Radio. Also tonight, y'all, Fusion 49th District General Meeting. You're invited. Yes. The Fusion 49th District General Meeting is happening Monday, April 7th, which is this evening at 6:00 at the Gulfport Neighborhood Center. We'll hear presentations from the City of Gulfport and the City of St. Pete on disaster recovery programs and resources. And there'll also be a representative from the St. Pete Greenhouse that will share valuable small business support opportunities. You don't want to miss that. Your voice matters. Make sure that you come out. A lot of people still dealing with this storm recovery.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, St. Pete is still in a disaster emergency, ain't it?
I think so.
Well, we were for a very long time.
Yes.
You know what? So I will tell you, like, looking at like St. Pete, and then I'm on St. Pete Beach a lot, right?
Okay.
Those people are still not in their homes. I have a client that actually lives in a trailer in front of their house.
Yes.
And all their
Thank you,
neighbors
Karen.
is as well. And so, like, and they're gonna sell their house because they just can't weather another storm.
Yeah.
Even though, like, we haven't had storms like that, the neighbor next to them, they're gonna rise their house, but it's $500,000 for them to rise their house.
Oof. That's a whole nother house where I'm from.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what they got to do is lift the house of so many feet up once you have over 60% damage.
It was over 51.
Yeah.
It was over. If you had over 51% damage done to your house, then you would have to
Either rebuild it or elevate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And rebuilding is elevating because you can't rebuild without elevating.
Right. Pretty much.
Yeah, you can't. They gonna tell you you ain't gonna get your own permit.
Right.
You got to go up in the air. And it is only the reality because we are on a peninsula. Sea level rise is real. Global warming is real. So we living with it.
And so with that in mind, the small local businesses that have been impacted by hurricanes Helene and Milton, you can now apply for funding from the City of St. Pete's Small Business Disaster Assistance Program. The program is designed to provide critical support to eligible St. Pete businesses that have not yet been able to fully reopen or resume normal operations. Due to
I
storm-related
wonder what the
disruptions.
requirements are.
The requirements are business must be based in St. Pete, nonprofit brick and mortar, home based, and business operating out of a shared commercial space. They're eligible, must be independently owned and operated, have no more than 50 full-time and part-time employees, be in operation since September 15th, 2024 or longer, provide proof of eligible losses, and then also expect to reopen or resume full operation. Interested applicants can go to stpete.org/recovery fund, and you'll be able to review the eligibility requirements and submit an application. Applications are, here we go. Applications will be processed on first come, first serve, first qualified basis. Again, for more information, you can go to the stpete.org/recovery fund.
It sounds pretty simple.
Yeah, it sounds pretty simple.
It sounds pretty simple. I hope that it is that simple.
Yeah, but it sounds pretty straightforward. Also, the second annual 100 City NAREB Building Black Wealth Tour.
Yes.
The Pinellas edition. That's coming up. Free food, DJ, bounce house, free services and classes. You'll get the ABCs of home buying, meet one-on-one with an attorney, meet with a housing counselor, and also find out what to do with Big Mama's house, because we say don't sell Big Mama's house.
Don't sell Big Mama house.
But what to do with it?
At least sell it for a fair market rate or value that y'all can get something for it. Don't sell it.
And try to sell it to somebody that gonna be here, like not these corporate, folks that's buying properties, raising prices, all that stuff.
We still got Big Mama house.
We still got it.
But we didn't call my grandmama Big Mama.
Yeah. So it's at McCabe United Methodist Church. That's Saturday, April 12th, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's 2800 26th Avenue. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. See that? The Tampa Bay Neighborhood Housing Services, Darling Robeson Realty, Neighborhood Home Solutions, Truist, and McCabe United Methodist Church. That's what's up, y'all. Yeah. That's what's going on. Do you have Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
Jabbar sing or not sing?
Sing? Or would you rather have Jabbar sing or not sing?
I would rather not.
He gets my vote for rather not. So I'll just keep doing this while we do
Go
that.
ahead.
Women of Influence Incorporated. They're presenting Raising Resilient Kids Parenting Talk Series. This is going to be at the Roberts Recreation Center. This is April 19th. It's free entry. And it's resources for parents, gift card giveaway, activities for kids of all ages, and snacks and Q&A. Women of Influence. And so it's going to be looks like it's going to be a really great event. Raising Resilient Kids Parenting Talk Series. Shout out to Bernica Muhammad, Tamika Hamis, and others.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have What the People Say.
What they said?
So what the people say, that's what we're doing. We're going to do what the people say. Let me find what the people said. We was asking about church, right? And so on Friday, on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, on Freestyle Friday, there was a conversation that talked about black churches, right?
Yeah.
And the membership in black churches. And so we put it out on What the People Say, asking, why do you think church membership is down? We opened up the conversation. We asked, are you a member of a church? And why do you think the church membership, especially among men and young adults, is declining? Lots of responses came in, and this is what the people said. And it was like 7 different themes that kind of emerged. So I'll just start with the first one. The culture of church is turning people away. Many feel that the modern church has become more about performance and profit than people and purpose. Some of the comments were, church is now a business running like Walmart. That's what Michael Stevens said. Pastor Andy Oliver, he said, churches traded prophetic fire for lukewarm preservation. Wow. And then Ursula Boykin, she said, too many fans of God, not enough in relationship with him. So what you think? Is the culture of the church turning people away? You think church culture is what people are not rocking with?
I just think we're in a different climate. I think that like where a all you had was church at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have access to so much knowledge
Yep.
and research that now you can really choose your own path on where you want to go, and the things that don't fit well with your spirit,
Yeah.
you can move on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before, that's just kind of was your option.
Like you just said, that like the one size fit all. Like
And
church
you know what? And
yeah.
then and if you look how people, the evolution of people is that when you're young, your parents tell you exactly what to do.
Mhm.
Like when I first started voting, my grandma said, "This is what it is."
Yeah.
Your grandma did this, and da 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 da. And now when we realize that everything that grandma said necessarily wasn't necessarily, right. And so.
That actually is the second theme that came up was
Okay.
information over indoctrination. The theme was that we're in an age of information and folks aren't just accepting what they've been told. Ish Perry, he said people are waking up. You can't sell them pipe dreams anymore. Natasha Pierre, she said we are the educated masses. We use Google and other tools in real time to combat manipulation.
So I think that's a percentage of the loss. I think what a lot of the churches need to come out of the church.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And get down the road, get up into the crevices of the community, because people do still need them.
Yeah.
And I think it ain't no easy handoff. Like Keanu was saying, Grandma would tell us, and woo, that's called an easy handoff or a warm invite,
Right.
or a warm introduction. And a lot of these families, a lot of these people, there is no warm introductions no more. Right? The church has to just go in and introduce themselves to these people.
But you know what? Back in the days, they were out in the community. Like I sit and think
And
about,
some still are like.
Yes, no, we ain't closing.
Yeah, because we're not. So listen,
Yeah, that's
y'all
the
know we
disclaimer.
don't subscribe
Yeah,
to
no
all.
one size fits
So
all. Right.
I remember as a little girl going out on Saturday and doing
Yeah.
stuff with the church. I remember church shut-ins. I
Okay.
remember with
It's funny.
what.
No, I just remember it was a bus that used to come and take us to church. Like it was a bus. And when I used to go hang out over at my Aunt Deb's, when she stayed off of 9th Street, it was a bus that used to pull up, get all the little kids, take us to a church in Pinellas Park, give us snacks. I think I got baptized at that church. And
Yeah.
but they used to like pull up.
So
and they
Sunday
be like,
school
go to-
wasn't an
where can you
option.
go? Yeah.
Like on Sunday, it wasn't an option. So
Yes, it was not.
brainstorm.
Yeah.
Brainstorm.
Yeah.
His daddy,
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts, was the church bus driver. He would pick us all up, boom, 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 take us to Prayer Tower.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. The 137th Street.
Right,
Prayer Tower?
yeah.
Okay.
Take us to Prayer Tower. And he was, we went out there, and then, you had the summer program at the church where you had to go.
Yep. I remember Southside Tabernacle. Shout out to Southside, right across from CNJ. I was there in the
And I'm
summer.
going to tell you, so we
Rock
buckled.
of Jesus, Child's Park. Yeah, you're right. It was always something.
It was always something to do at the church.
Yeah.
So we buck a lot of stuff, but this is what made us connected. Like my best friends are from church. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Like I went to church. Like you were able to socialize, and what you didn't get from home, you kind of got that from church, because your mama don't catch everything.
That's right. So some of the other things that came up was judgment over joy. Some shared that church environments can be unwelcoming, especially for young adults who don't fit traditional molds. This is what Kumali said. She said they judge young folks for how they dress, worship, and live. That's one. Spirituality without the sanctuary. For others, faith hasn't faded, but the format has changed.
And I do agree with that, because
Okay.
people definitely believe.
Yeah.
People, you'll hear people, they be like, but they may not say Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? They may not say
Allah, Jehovah.
but,
yeah.
but you'll hear them say the universe.
Yeah.
However they say
That's
it,
right, the
it's
spirit, the universe, yeah.
They believe.
That's right.
There is faith based. But what you have is a lot of judgment, because if you hear people who be like, "Oh, I'm more spiritual than religious,"
Okay.
and you
For me, that means it's just religious is rules,
right.
and spirituality is like the relationship.
Yeah.
but the religion is the rules. And I'm thinking, and it's just kind of me, a lot of people have their pleases. And what pleases people may not please God in the way that it's professed in religious spaces. And so if you want to please God and you in this religion and they give you all of these rules and tell you this is how you make God happy, and people just, when you talk about bucking it, like they bucking that, like I'll be spiritual and not have so many rules, and they writing their own rules.
But some of it's not God's rules. Some of it is people rules.
Right.
And so
Most
that's
of
what a lot of it. So that's what they find, and they be like, "Hey, I'm living a good life.
Yeah.
I'm not hurting nobody.
Come on.
You know,
I treat people the way they want to be treated. Yeah,
and all
yeah.
this. So when you look at you lined up as a good person,
Okay.
but now you saying, "Hey, because I did this, I don't." Wait, hold on, I ain't hurting nobody.
and so I think that
Right.
that what we also got to factor in, society has changed.
Yes.
Church and faith numbers are down all over the world, not just in the black community, not just in America, but everywhere.
Yeah.
Whether you Buddhist, whether you Islam, Christianity, they're all taking big double-digit hits in their faith.
Yeah.
Congregations.
Yeah.
Congregation, well,
In the congregation, yeah.
But there's still, it's a big group of people. Them same people who not going to church, most of them are still believers.
And that's the other piece. It talked about that. It says community and connection are being found in new ways. This is what Kyler Reynolds said. Shout out to Kyler. He said remote service, comfy with a cup of Joe and my wife. So he doing like the bedside Baptist thing. And then you got people are finding care outside of the church. That's what Shania Schindler said. Also, a lack of leadership and vision. There's a strong sense that some churches are stuck, stagnant leadership with no fresh vision, and disconnected from the real needs of the people was another one. And then it says, oh, here's the last theme. But not all churches are in decline. Some chimed in to say that their church is actually growing, especially when the leadership is focused on healing and meeting the needs of the people. That's what Ish Rents, he said, our church is growing among men and young adults. And then Duvet Weaver, shout out to Duvet, he said church membership will go up when the church focuses on healing hurts and meeting needs. So let's know, y'all, what y'all think. Is your church in decline? And is this a sign of
Because
spiritual decay?
I think people are be looking for connections.
Yeah.
And you want to find a home where you feel good.
Oh, you know what you just said that. So when we were doing the Anchored by Faith panel, a part of that panel it was like, so we did the both, the Anchored by Faith and the relationship panel. And one of the things that was said during that panel was that people are not necessarily going to church for like to find God per se, but they're looking to find community, because if you're a believer, you want to be around other believers.
Right.
And so if this is something that you practice, something you believe in, then you want to be in a circle and you want to fellowship with people who practice and believe that too. And so to your point, they are looking for community. They are looking for a space that they can hold with people who believe like they believe, but they're not necessarily like going for faith. It's like going to church is not a demonstration of faith,
because they already have the faith.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the
there
faith,
you go.
like you already have the
Yeah.
faith. You just want
Now you're trying to find, okay, I got the faith, and I want to be around other people who
because
have
you
the
don't
faith
want,
too.
because what happened is you don't want
Come on,
people to
Emily.
look at you like you're crazy when you always talking about God, right?
And they will.
But that's just like
When you love you
people,
some Jesus. Yeah.
but people who go out there to drink don't want to be around people who don't drink.
Yes.
Because they looking at them, why you always drinking?
Right.
So no, I want to find my people.
They trying to find their tribe. That. I mean, I'm trying to think of what the sister's name was. She was a young pastor.
Kiasha.
Kiasha. Thank you. And
Kiasha
but that was
Ash.
like her. That was her remark.
Because her and her husband Caleb Ash,
Yeah.
they have the Currency Church,
Okay.
which is, and actually they worship every Sunday at Ferg's.
Okay.
The Currency Church.
Current. Yeah.
I think
I think it's Current Church.
Currency.
Church.
Oh, I might be
Not
wrong.
Current.
Okay, somebody check, tap in. Let me know,
Yeah.
because I might have
Yeah.
found my congregation.
Current Church. But,
Hey,
but I do know right now they're worshiping at Ferg's.
Okay.
Okay.
And for those who just joining us, you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. right here on 99 Gems, 99.1 FM, WUJM. You can go to 99gemsburg.com, hit the donate button, and subscribe or give us a contribution. Definitely appreciate it. We're talking about why church membership is down. And this was kind of in that context of like Marvin Sapp and all of the stuff that was going on, and then people who were commenting about leaving church and church membership.
And again, so if you go to church, like we said, like with the Marvin Sapp, like, and he came out and said, okay, I looked at it, maybe it was a little bit, but none of that money came.
Oh, he did?
He did. He said maybe.
He was on Ricky Smiley or something, and he was giving his.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time, but now that it's up, but then he said like that money didn't go to me. They were fundraising money, and he was there.
It was
to
a
help
conference,
them, and he was there to help them fundraise money, and that's what he was supposed to do.
And he didn't have all day to do it.
No, he didn't.
He had done sung, preached, prayed, cried. It's time to get it. Let's go. Close them doors, man.
I just say
Close the door. Close the door.
Close the door.
You know, people just don't like to be told what to do, but we do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Stop
Is it
that.
them $20?
And
them funky little 20.
The biggest element that I think this is about is the funding of our institutions.
Okay.
Right? We look at it like, oh, it's church or they just want money, but our institutions are failing because we're not funding them. We're funding Amazon. We're funding everything except our institutions.
Right.
And then we wonder why our institutions are failing. Yeah. It's because you get in there and then you get hucky bucky with the bucks.
And you think you ain't supposed to give.
Yeah. And the reality is, this is how we have strong institutions. Those billionaires paying for their institutions, right? That's why we have to fund our institutions. And the church is the head institution in the black community.
Yeah.
And that's why we're kind of devastated right now, because our head institution ain't being funded properly.
So I'm going to say this. We have too many head institutions.
Jabbar, 100%.
Yeah, no, you're like, we got too many. Like, yeah, I see it. Yeah. And thank you, Debbie Yachty, for sending the stars.
Appreciate
but
it.
No, but like, no,
the Chalk Festival is coming up 2025. Don't worry, we're going to talk about it in a second.
Thank you. Go ahead. He was ready to do the whole thing. Go ahead, Keon. I'm sorry. You listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. That'll give Keon a chance to get back on track.
It don't matter.
You lost that thought?
No, come on. I need it.
It was the chalk.
Oh. Yes, the Chalk Festival, the second annual Chalk Festival 2025 is coming.
So I know what I was saying.
Okay.
So it's too, like, we
have to bring it.
But we have so many churches, like, side by side, and they don't even connect.
Yeah.
Like if you got 3 churches in the same, why y'all can come together and do
I
something.
hear you, but
we got to call her.
Yeah. Caller, we talking about church
introduce
membership
yourself.
and why church membership is down.
Cause we done got ripped off and y'all know it. But it's I'm sorry. Now wait, let me just say this. Now, Jabbar, you on the point, right? But let me tell you what the real problem is. Let's say we got 100 churches, right? And each one of these churches collect money every week and every weekend, and they got it in their bank account. Mm-hmm. They go take that money to the bank. The bank loan that money out, not to the parishioners, not to the church, to somebody else.
Right.
We fund the other people because we got a mismanagement of wealth that we take and fund other people's stuff instead of us coming together as a collective and saying we represent this much money and we're not going to put it in your bank if you're not going to lend to our people, because if we put it in your bank, you lend to somebody else.
Yes, I love that.
So
thank you for that.
Thank you. I was just talking with a community leader about this, and every Monday millions of dollars leave the black community. Mm-hmm. So what we got to do is figure out how we can get our institution to put some stipulations on them bucks. To go and tell the bank, like, hey, you have to fund our community. You have to lend to our people if you want me to bring you this money in on Monday.
So this is where it has the leaders have to get together. You can't have one.
Okay.
If my check big enough, if I'm bringing in $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 every Monday. You know what I'm saying? And I'm brought in 100,000, 200,000 for this month. Yes, my voice means that. I don't think they're saying it, because this is what I told him.
I'm going to tell you. Let me.
But this is what I told him. A lot of our faith leaders are not negotiators and businessmen.
I hear that.
A lot of them are in the faith. They studied theology. They studied the cloth, but they didn't study negotiations. They didn't study, business principles and all the things that it takes to go inside a bank and say, hey, this is what I want you to do with my money.
I agree with you, but this is where it kind of go on the flip side is that we've seen where we can have as much money or more than our counterparts,
Yeah.
and our money don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
So when you say like one church who bring all this money, I get it, but usually you just one church of black people, and we've seen the black dollar does not equal up to the white dollar. We've seen it everywhere. And this is why I say the leaders have to get together. You got to have multiple.
Yeah.
And let them know that we ain't playing. This one church, they like, we get that from another church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let me do this. Let me because y'all know I'm big on us when we talk about what we ain't doing. I want to talk about what we are doing. And there's a group called the Collective Empowerment Group of Tampa Bay. And the Collective Empowerment Group of Tampa Bay is a consortium of churches represented by their pastors. The organization is a consortium of interfaith, business, and community leaders. They're engaged in a broad range of programs pursuing social and economic justice, underserving the communities. I actually was in the early meetings when this was being formed. The mission is buying, building, and banking collectively to nurture health, achieve economic empowerment, and grow community wealth. And this is a direct response to what we're saying.
Right.
When the organizing meetings would happen, when I was going, this was like 2015, 16 when it was being organized here in the Tampa Bay area. But it's actually going back to like 1995. It started in, I think, the Washington, D.C. area. And the Collective Empowerment Group of Tampa Bay is like an affiliate of this national Collective Empowerment Group. And it was around that same thing, saying we have all of these churches with all of this money going into different banks. How can we, as faith leaders, not just churches, but how can we unite as faith leaders to build, buy, and bank collectively? And so if you'd like to learn more about that, I'll put the link in the chat. But
put the link in there because it's really good.
But it's happening. That's the thing. Like we say this what need to happen. It's some people that's actually getting together doing it.
Whenever we're talking about something needs to happen, I can guarantee it's happening somewhere.
Okay.
We talking about on a larger scale. We talking about in a bigger and more impactful way.
Again, nationwide.
But what I'm
Local
trying to say,
affiliate that needs support.
right? But I'm saying is when you on a larger scale, we're not gonna butt it.
Yeah.
Because again, you got to start somewhere. I don't care how
I'm having
small.
deja vu. Feel like we've had this conversation before.
We had, but we're not. But because we talk about like we do mental health, right?
Right.
We do these conferences. I talk about black men, and then there's a whole nother black man and I'm like, we need more for black men, but there is stuff out there.
Yeah.
It's just the advertisement and looking in the right area to find what you're looking for.
And impact, right? We need to have impact, right? Because we have a lot of groups doing a lot of things, and we need to focus on impact, right? And impacting the community, and then people know what's going on when you make that impact, right? If the collective group build an apartment complex and house people and do all that impact speaks so much loud. Yeah. And then we'll know, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
But you know what would be really dope? If we have like a big church day, right? All the like right here, everybody get together and we really like bring the pastors out and do a church day in the community where everybody worship together.
That's not what 7x7 is. You heard about 7x7?
No.
Nope.
So 7x7, I'm glad you asked. 7x7
what is okay?
7x7.
Yeah.
7x7 is this it's an annual revival series where they do just that. They have different locations. I forget how many churches it is, but I know they do like these tent revivals and for 7 days in different locations around the city. I know they usually do one in Charles Park, off of 49th and like 14th in that field there. There's another one that's usually on 19th Street, one over by Mount Zion. So they do it in different locations where it's not exactly the same idea, but the concept is like it's churches uniting, coming together, hosting like a week of prayer, revival, and conversations about what needs to happen in the church.
Okay, kind of, but we're in the same. We're cousins.
Yeah. In the cousins, like we can have a meeting and say, hey, we can add this and
like I mean honestly, like I'm not even saying like I like the little tour like 7x7 like do the little tour, but I'm talking about like one
the little tour. Come on.
Let me say
I
that.
like
No.
the little tour.
Oh, and I'm so sorry because I
Yeah.
hate when people text or
They lure you.
somebody somebody said, "Oh, when can I get on y'all little radio show?" Never.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like and they don't really seem. They don't. I know they don't. They
Yeah.
don't.
No,
really
you don't know nothing.
No, you had to stop yourself.
You
from
don't
cussing
know.
just
What I'm saying is they don't. I don't think they mean to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Just like when I just said, I like the
Yeah.
little tour.
Yeah.
Like, and that wasn't being disrespectful, but I
Yeah.
catch myself because anything that anybody put work in ain't nothing little about it.
That's right.
It take a lot of something
Yeah.
to put anything and to pull it off.
And then make it sustainable and all
Right,
that stuff.
so no.
So we was talking about church membership, why church membership is down. Emily says she's been in her church since she was 10 years old. Her pastor watched her in the world and her life today. Never no judgment, just continued prayer and support. Most churches are judgmental. She also said, "Are you stay from church because of judgment? It's not all about money. Churches need to know the world changes daily. Learn to minister according to change without judgment."
But we need, but some y'all keep on
Some of
saying,
that
but
stuff
I
need to
just
be
see
judged.
you need to be judged.
Some-
No, like
Say that one more time.
You need to be judged. Like stop this, not judge. Like there is stuff that you're supposed to do and not do. This is why these kids is out of control because you keep on talking about no judgment.
Only God can judge you.
No, that is not
Yeah.
true. Because if you get in trouble,
Yeah.
you're gonna be judged.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
gonna
like
stand
you
in front
re-
of somebody
you
that's
gonna
gonna make a decision.
You gotta like
Yeah.
stop this. Like
Okay.
stop. You need to be
Oh.
told that you are
wanna-
wrong.
But that ain't judging. Being told,
you want like a free fall.
but being told something ain't judging
But
though.
people take it like that. And no, if you say, yo, your skirt too small,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Your butt don't need to be hanging out. Oh, you judge me. No, that's not classy.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to tell people
And sometimes
what
it's
it
not
is.
safe. Yeah.
No, and no. Like, there is ain't no.
Evans, you had something you was for the same.
Yes, but I'm just like I mean we have to because that's why the church is having the problems.
Yeah.
Because we have to get to a point where that's your body. I don't agree with it, but hey, I shouldn't judge you. Your butt can be out. And then listen, I'm not a proponent for this, right? But when you in the business of helping people and servicing and spreading the message of the Lord and her butt out, you need to bring her in. Yeah. You don't need to ostracize her and push her out. If you want her to cover her butt up, the best thing for you to do is say, "Baby, come on, come in."
But you still gotta check her.
No, you don't. You can teach her. You can teach her, and she'll learn it herself. But then she might not, and she might keep her butt out. That might be her place in the world.
You're telling me if somebody tell you to spell cat and you spell it K-A-T.
Okay.
You judging me.
I'm supposed to still let you spell cat.
You spelled it wrong. You judging me.
Because if you
I'm waiting because I want to say something.
You're not supposed to let people keep on. You give it to them, and either they accept it or not. I have had people come in my office and apply for jobs, and I had to tell them, like, I'm gonna interview, but baby, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like, you gotta tell them, and it don't have to
Let's
be.
say a wise man loves correction.
Right, and you be mad at me now, but thank me later.
But everybody ain't wise, but you have to craft your discussions for the person who isn't necessarily wise.
So I agree with that, but I'm not supposed to avoid the conversation.
A hint to the wise is sufficient. Everybody else, you got to be explicit. But what I was going to say is this: in the mosque, this was, and it was a couple of things that Mr. Edmonds said that really brought this up for me. One of the things when I went to the mosque, it was clear that they said you can come as you are, but we don't expect you to stay that way.
Right.
Right. So that's the first part. And then what you learn and what you're being taught, to Mr. Edmonds' point, like at a certain point, if once you get what they call convicted, now it's not me telling you that, cover your butt up. You get convicted and you feel like, you know what, I need to, let me, let me cover up. Because you have knowledge, you have information, you have a word that
Mm-hmm.
inspired you to change your life. But once you come in and somebody just dictating and telling you
gonna
you got to
fight
do
it.
this or else, you're gonna push back
You gonna
because
fight
it's not
No,
self-determined.
you're not gonna even come to that building.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna feel they're judging you.
Yeah.
And so that's why when you're really working on
Ooh, it's a thin line.
when you really working on wanting to change people, and that's really your intent, you have to not necessarily be so judgmental.
Me
You're
and
gonna
what
have
they
to
are, yeah.
you're gonna have to get them in there. That's like okay, why people ain't coming to be judged.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they
Well,
baby.
they have gyms that say this is a no judgment zone. You
Yep,
seen the ads for them?
yep.
Because the whole idea,
No body shaming.
Yeah.
No, it's like rules,
Right.
and that's the same rule that need to be.
But you remember this though,
an
when you go
institution.
in, you're going in to change. You ain't going in there to stay the same.
That's all
You're
I'm
not
saying.
going in the gym to stay the same. It was something that caused you to go in there, that you coming to do something different, and you trying to make a change. And then if somebody say, "Nah, that ain't how you do that,"
But
they're
you,
not judging.
But you don't think that's the same. You don't think that's the same. You don't think that's the same for church.
No, but
You don't think they coming in to change, even though the
that's
butt
what
out.
I'm trying to say. When
Yes.
you're looking for a change, but then you're afraid when you get mad when people telling you how you change.
Yeah.
Like my delivery can be so simple. Like, hey baby, when you come here,
Yeah.
just make sure your skirt to your knee. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And
You're right,
you-
it's the
you're-
delivery. Yeah.
And it don't matter if you already on pins and needles. It don't matter what I say because you have a group of people. At this point, you can't say nothing to them.
That's gonna become your see. That's why.
right. You know.
You
what
know,
I mean?
everybody got their see. That's why.
That right. And
See.
so
That's
and,
why.
and then so you're at the gym, no judgment. But if I pick up weights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see you doing it, and I'm saying, hey, look, that ain't the good way to do it. You need to do it right there. See that?
See,
No,
that's
I'm
why.
trying to help you.
That's
So
why I
you know what I mean?
that's
You
why I don't like coming here.
Right. I'm trying to help you, not hurt you.
Yes, Emily said correction is not hurtful. Help, not just tell. Okay, this is good stuff, y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in.
Hey, caller, introduce yourself.
We talking about churches and church membership. Why church membership is down.
I'm glad y'all talking about churches. This is Pastor Don't You Know No
Long
Good.
time no hear from Pastor. Don't you know no good?
That's good. Thank you for talking about reviving and everything. I want to touch on the Marvin Sapp situation.
Oh man, that was
He
2
had
weeks
to
ago.
lock the door like Joe Clark. Sometimes black people be acting stingy, don't want to give up nothing. When that time Rick James had to lock up Tina Marie for respect, sometimes you got to lock these people up and get what you got to get. Because the Lord said, come as you are, but leave a little something for the church to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
That's all it is. That's called tithes and all. And I want y'all to come to my church this Wednesday. I'm going to have a little tent set up. I'm going to be selling food. It costs you $20 just to get in. I need everybody to drop $20 just to come right on in. And once you get in there, I'm going to close the tent up and I'm going to need $10 more before I let you loose. Just know the Lord is going to bless you.
The Lord will
You
provide.
get like $30, $40
Let
just to...
you lose. Have a great day.
Thank you for calling,
Hey,
Pastor.
she got
Pastor,
me.
don't you know?
And the
no
Lord said,
good.
"Let you loose."
The pastor said he gonna charge him 20
Hey.
to get in and 10 to get out.
Before we get too far into the day, I just really want to.
And we do have Ask Kiana.
Okay, yes, I would
Thank y'all for your comments on that, and that was what the people said. Go ahead, Mr. Edmond.
just some local information, local news. You know, because we into that around here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a huge opportunity that just came from the Trump executive orders. They cut $43 million from appropriations that was going to come to St. Pete. And somebody told me this, and it made me think about it. And we're just approved $20 million to fix the Tropicana field. They said it's going to be $60 million. Now, how do we plug those gaps for the $40 million that is no longer coming while we're still spending millions on the Tropicana site? And I've said this, right? When they said it, I thought about it. I said, well, we just saved $600 million, you know, in a deal that we ain't gonna have to spend. We had took all these bonds out.
Okay.
We done did all this stuff. So the reality is the money is there to put them $43 million if we should choose to, you know, fix those appropriations.
It could be there.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be
I was
because
trying to figure out where you was going. Now I'm with you.
Okay.
no, I'm just saying because on one hand it's almost the same number. That's what they were saying. It's almost the same amount of money that we're not receiving and that we're finna spend. but then we still have a lot of issues that we need to fix. The for the 43 million. But like I say, the bonds have already been allocated. We can't do that though.
No, it's a process. But, you know, like.
But the money though.
Yeah. I mean, it could be because what the bonds is basically you just raise it. It's like a fundraiser. You're raising the money. You know what I'm saying? And they were going to put out the bond, issue the bonds to raise the money, generate the money, and then you got to pay it back over time. So that's why I say it could be there. Like if we really wanted to do it, we could raise the money to do it because they was just showing us that they willing to raise $600 million to do something. So I hear you loud and clear on that.
And me too.
It's possible.
Ask Kiana.
Ask Kiana. And Ask Kiana is being brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op, ocgc.coop. And y'all check them out, man. There's a lot of great things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, dear Kiana.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My friend has a situation that has me thinking. Her daughter's father wanted to take his daughter to Disney for the weekend, but the mom told him she wouldn't let her go unless he took the other kids too. 5 more, with the youngest being just 1 year old. Now he's saying that's unfair because the other kids aren't his responsibility. He just wanted to do something special for his child. She says if he really cared, he wouldn't leave the other kids behind feeling left out. Is she wrong for expecting him to take all 6 kids, or is he wrong for not being willing to step up for the whole household, even if they're not biologically his kids?
Nope, he's not wrong.
Okay.
She is. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
I can see if it sounds like they're in different households.
Yeah.
Right. If they're in the same household, then he does bear some responsibility for that household.
Yeah.
But
he's the father of one of her kids. And
one
she
of
has 5 others.
And so no. He's not obligated. It's nice to do it, but he's not obligated, and especially if he's not in the household. Another thing I do believe is I don't care how many children you have, you need to do one-on-one stuff with your children
individually,
so that you can. Sometimes you need to know them individually outside of their siblings.
I like that. That's great. That's great. That's a great one.
So him spending time, and honestly, father, you're gonna probably think your weekend, take your baby to Disney. What's she finna do? It's your weekend.
But that's the thing. She won't let him go. She won't let the daughter go.
They living in the same house though.
No, they're not. They're not living in the same house.
They're not living in the same. Like if your weekend is your weekend, do what you do.
Yeah.
Go on my weekend.
Go on your weekend. She can't dictate your weekend. And this is so. Here we go, mothers. Y'all gotta stop doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Or even fathers, whoever is the primary parent, to try to dictate what other people do on their time. If it's not hurtful, you ain't got nothing to do with it. This is the price that you pay when this is the price that you pay when you don't live in the same household.
So what about the other kids feeling left out? Because that's what it said. It said.
Well, then you want me to tell you it's gonna sound
like
really
they watching her get ready to go to Disney. She probably twirling around the house. I'm going to Disneyland with my dad.
You want me to tell you this is a life lesson? You know
what? This is when you go there.
And you talk to your children. This is a life lesson.
Okay.
There's gonna be things that she could do that you can't do, and there's gonna be things that you could do that she can't do. Like if you got one that's in sports and the other one can't do sports, you're gonna stop them from running track because the other one can't run?
No, you're not.
No, you're gonna push them to the fullest.
Yeah.
Not because the other baby daddy's sorry, you're gonna stop this one from being a daddy.
Oh wow.
No, you don't do that.
I hear that.
And then honestly, what you do is you put that father as an example. Like I made some poor choices. You know what I mean? But this one was a good choice.
Yeah.
So if you have girls, you want to make sure that you pick people that are responsible and gonna take care of their responsibility. So this is a life lesson, and you got to really have these conversations. But I will tell you, is bitter people keep people bitter.
Okay.
You know, and I didn't want to say.
I was gonna say a bitter is a bitter bit.
No, but a lot of times you look at it, you'll see single women keep other women single.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll see that. You'll see single men try to keep other men. They give you the worst advice if they don't believe in the sanctity of the relationships.
Man, I'm so glad I ain't have people around me like that.
Yeah, but you had your own mind too.
I did, but I had a good circle though. Like all the homeboys take care of their kids. Like we like it's just amazing. Like people who I grew up with and like was close with, like these, you know, they do what they do, did what they did. We all did, but they are like some amazing brothers, responsible. Like, so a lot of this stuff be hard for me to comprehend sometimes because like I just didn't have that in my circle.
And right, somebody else, one of her
Like we encourage
girlfriends,
each other. Like, boy, man, come on,
one
man.
of her girlfriends who have like 5 or 6 kids is probably giving her the advice. And
Oh, the bad advice.
Yeah,
if I was you,
I wouldn't let him take her nowhere.
But can I say this? Because
come on, man.
Because I agree with Kiana. It's not that man's fault. But I do understand what the mother's attempting to say.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to keep her children on the same level, right? Yeah. Hey, if she go, well, okay, work it out.
Yeah.
Because I think it's not his responsibility, but it is something that he can impact, right? Because if you can take my kid to Disney World or your kid to Disney World, why you can't take them all to the park? See what I'm saying? Maybe not Disney World. Maybe we can go to the beach.
She has 5 more, and the youngest is just 1 year old.
No, I'm not taking your 1-year-old. I don't listen. I'm not taking your 1-year-old. Have you dealt with a 1-year-old? You don't even want to deal.
Oh, 1-year-old.
No, I'm not.
Okay, leave the 1-year-old. Take 4. Now you take the 4.
I'm taking my 10-year-old. She can get up. She can dress herself. We good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, honestly.
So how do you handle that if the mama say no, she can't go, unless you take the other ones? Do you not take her or like? That's kind of like some bullying almost. Yeah. All right,
and you'll catch the pictures later. Like you hear about it.
Emily said Disney is expensive.
That's why I
said you say go to the park.
You know what I'm saying? We go to the park. We're gonna pitch the ball. You know.
Again,
we're gonna walk the 1-year-old in the stroller.
It's nice for him. So here you want somebody to compromise with you that you're not willing
to compromise with.
Yeah. So you're asking for something that you're not willing to do. And honestly, unfortunately, these are your 5 kids.
Dear mother, bad parenting.
Right. No, these are your 5 kids.
Dear mother, bad parenting.
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club ain't got no grace on this one.
Bad parenting.
So Tiffany Moore said she's wrong. Look, with a period on the end. She's wrong. Why would he take 5 extra that's not his? Disney is expensive, and she even wants the 1-year-old to go.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy. Take her when.
Let's see why you single.
Yeah. Take her. Wait, hold on. Take her when you have her, and don't ask for permission. If the child is with you, then that's the time that you.
But do you have to ask for permission? You don't.
But see, this is
so
that people are crazy.
But that's why he shouldn't even told her. But see, she's a messy. She's a messy little son, right? and you have to know your partner. Yeah. See, take the time to get to know your partner. I don't care if it's after the baby. You need to know him before the baby. But take the time. Take the time to get to know your partner so that you know not to tell her nothing like this.
But this is you want to be able to communicate. Ideally, you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the baby up. That's communication.
But you want to communicate, right? And so now he's trying to do the mature thing and tell you what the plans is.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly,
and she's saying no. You gotta take them all.
No, you take them all. Yeah. They're yours.
She don't want to. She don't want the other kids to be watching her get dressed and go to Disney.
She won't. She going with her daddy for the weekend.
Okay.
That's why you don't tell her.
You know what I mean? But
keep your business to yourself.
Wow. But again, this is the price that you pay when you have multiples. You know what I mean? Like
multiples. What is that? Multiple children?
Multiple baby daddies.
Yes. This is you have to.
Hey. That's what we need to talk about the next show. Multiples. When you got multiple baby daddies and multiple baby mamas.
Okay.
Right,
navigating the multiples. Because see, all they want to talk about is marriage.
Okay.
See, what about the people who ain't married, ain't planning to get married, and don't want to be married?
All right, that'll be what's on your mind.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it on Wednesday.
We talk about multiples, y'all.
Right.
Do you have multiples?
Right on, man. It's been an amazing ride. Time flies. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We do have one more announcement that I want to make.
I got one more too. Come on, go.
So
make it part of your final thoughts.
Yeah, the Hub Community Support Space. Y'all know we've been big on mental health, really talking about it. Mind the Gap Together is what it's called. So life skills group for middle schoolers. And it's happening from 6 to 7 every other Wednesday. and it started on March the 12th, and it runs through June 18th at the Childs Park Recreation Center. Again, this life skills group for middle schoolers, and you can learn more by going to mindthegaptogether.org. What you got, Mr. Edmund?
Hey. Speaking about the Chalk Festival, big shouts out Mr. Debbie Yati. The 3rd annual Tampa Bay Chalk Fest. Saturday, May 3rd, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the Deuces, 22nd Street between 7th Avenue and 9th Avenue. Y'all get with the Chalk Festival. This is the 3rd annual. Big shouts out to Miss Debbie Yachty and the whole PDAP team, Pinellas Diaspora Art Project.
Right on.
All right, catch us Saturday.
Let me go back.
What happened Saturday?
Oh, Lord.
Saturday is the 2nd annual 100 City NAREL.
You don't know, I don't know.
We're building Black Wealth Tour. It's all right. We cover each other.
What that mean? What that mean? I don't know either.
Because he's been telling us the whole time. Don't worry about it. We got you. I got you, dog. I got you. Free food, DJ, bounce houses, free services and classes. You'll get the ABCs of home buying. Meet with one-on-one with an attorney. Meet one-on-one with a realtist. What to do with Big Mama's house. There's also a panel on Black men investing in real estate. That's going to be Saturday, April 12th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at McCabe. Where is it? McCabe United Methodist Church. That's 2800 26th Avenue South in St. Pete. Y'all can find this information on St. Pete Community Calendar.
I still have my
Facebook.
I got my basket from last year. I'd be picking. We was there.
You got a basket that lasted more than you.
Well, it was a kitchen set.
Okay.
So yeah.
You got some good stuff.
I did. Actually, Mr. Edmund
you
wanted
didn't
it.
get pens and sunglasses.
No, it was really
hand
good.
Sanitizer.
They gave away some good raffle stuff at the thing. So yeah.
Not that I don't like hand sanitizer and sunglasses. Them be good gift bags too. So.
Oh, okay.
I ain't trying to share.
So listen, did y'all so final thought, be the change you want to be a seed, right? Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout all around.
And did y'all realize Easter is 420? I'll just leave that right there.
Okay. We're gonna talk about that the closer we get. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we
Edmond.
Oh my God.